I thought today we might do a little bit of walking meditation. You don't have to think of it as meditation. It's just that when things are kind of turbulent in here, you may have already used the clip where we drop down into the earth, and walking can really help with this as the body's moving and we can feel the feet making contact with the ground. And it's also kind of like giving a bit of movement. This is all moving, and sometimes it's helpful to kind of find movement, but a different type of movement to match this swirling in here. So I just talk you through it. You just need to find a place in your home, and once you know what you're doing, you can do it outside in the garden or down the pavement or wherever it is you are. But we just start in the home today. So if you want to come up to standing, and then just standing with the feet a little bit wider than the hips maybe, and bending the knees a little and letting the arms hang. You can just give your arms a shake, let your shoulders shake out a bit. And then as you breathe, just seeing what it's like to let your shoulders drop a bit more. And don't worry if they don't want to drop. If they're full of tension today, then we'll have them anyway. And just beginning to rock a little bit through the feet, so you're bringing the nerve endings in your feet alive. You can sort of feel contact to the earth between the heels as you rock back, and as you rock forward into the balls of the feet. So here you are standing, you're feeling the earth beneath you, and just beginning to feel the weight go into one foot, and then letting the body sway to the other side so you feel the weight in the other foot. Here comes the little dog. Until you feel ready to begin to lift one foot and just move it forward and place it back on the earth. And then you feel the back foot lifting and travelling and placing. And the plan here is that while the mind might be being pulled into feelings in the body, that there's somewhere to take the attention back to, that we can feel the foot moving across the earth and feel the body moving forward through the space. And when you reach the end of your room, you just stop, feel your body standing, maybe bend the knees, let the tailbone drop, bounce a little. And then feel all the movements you have to make with your feet to turn yourself around. And then beginning to walk again, feeling the heel through the foot, to the ball of the foot, back foot lifting, travelling and placing. And you'll feel the wobbles. And when you get to the far end of the room, just pausing, feeling all of the turning movements, maybe standing for a moment. If it feels okay to breathe out, just feeling a breath out, bending the knees a little, and then setting off again, feeling the foot travelling. And when we walk really slowly, we find we're really, really wobbly. I've been doing this for quite a few years now, so I've sometimes got the hang of it. Sometimes I'm really, really wobbly too. But you don't have to walk really slowly. You can walk at a normal pace if that's helpful. I'm going to walk really slowly just to be able to talk to you. And I'm actually going to walk backwards this time, which you can too if you want, but just so that you can hear me as I'm speaking towards the microphone over there. And it's not that this stops the anxiety necessarily, it may, but it may just kind of accompany you through this moment of anxiety. And it's not necessarily that it stops the thoughts. You would pay attention to the moving of the feet, but don't grip too tightly onto that. It's that thoughts come up, and they're really going to come up. You know, you've got your eyes open, and there's a lot to take in the room around you. You're kind of trained to pay attention so that you don't fall over or stumble, and you can see anything that's coming that needs your attention. So there's a lot that's going to trigger you from sight, and then maybe there's sensations in here, or maybe there's stuff been going on in your life that's coming in as a memory now, or you're planning for the future. So there's lots that can be going on in your head, playing out in your body, and so you will keep being pulled away, and this practice is about coming back, beginning again, so that in the moment that you begin again, you're feeling something stable, something solid, something that's not moving, the earth beneath your feet. You're training yourself to drop your attention down through your body into your feet, into your grounding, into stability. And this is really helpful, that we're not trapped in our minds or trapped in horrible feelings in our body, that we can choose to move to something else. And at the moment, in this practice, it's the feet. So just letting yourself walk. Maybe you can't see the video and that's fine. Maybe you'll walk and listen to this, or maybe you'll just listen to this once and then walk in silence. Just know that you're training your attention to come back into the ground, back into your grounding, back into something solid. Just being with this process of moving and going off into thoughts, into other sensations, and coming back into the feet. So walking, when you reach the far end of your room, you stop, maybe take a breath out, let the shoulders drop, bend the knees a little, feel the weight down into your feet. Feel all the movements you have to turn around. As you lift one foot, feel it, lose contact with the earth, and come back down to the earth again. One foot, and the next foot. Just this one step. Just living this one moment, this one step. Not rushing ahead to the future. Just living here now with this step. And there's some things you could do with your hands. You could touch in on your tummy if that's where things are playing out at the moment. You could touch your shoulder. This warm, kind touch of awareness. You could cross the hands and hold them here. Or you could cross the hands behind the back, resting them on the sacrum, holding them here. This is the way some of the monks used to walk to practice, and that can help if the shoulders are tight sometimes. Or maybe you just want to let the arms dangle like empty sleeves of a jacket. That can be nice if it pulls the shoulders down sometimes. Maybe you'll move between them, but not kind of like looking for the one that works, but just experimenting, saying, well, how does this feel? How does this feel? Hands behind the back. How does this feel? Arms by the side. And so as this video clip comes to an end, you could just carry on walking in this way for a few more minutes. Or you could take this outside, walk in the garden or on the pavement or wherever it is that you're living, to just use this walking practice as a way of coming back into your grounding, out of thoughts, out of sensations of anxiety, back into your grounding. We walk every day, all the time. Walk to the loo, walk to the car, walk to the bus stop, walk to the kettle, walk to bed, walk down the stairs, up the stairs, round about the whole house. Every time we're walking, we can just use the footstep, one footstep, to come back into the grounding. So I really wish you some fun with this. Really, really helpful practice. Really useful practice when things are getting difficult in here, to move the attention elsewhere. I've used it myself many, many times and still use it whenever I really need some support during my day.